Hey cruisers, I'm Sherry with Cruise Tips TV on board the beautiful Star Princess on a 10-night cruise to the Mexican Riviera and Sea of Cortez. And I have some guests today. I am incredibly honored to be joined by four senior officers here on the Star Princess that make sure that everyone on board eats well, sleeps well, and has all of their needs covered. And we are so proud to be introducing them to you today. We're going to get started by talking a little bit about who these folks are, where they're from, and what they do on board. And we're going to start with Miguel here, who is over the customer service and revenue function, and he's going to tell you his name, where he's from, and what his responsibility is on board.
Well, I'm Portuguese. I come all the way from Portugal, from the south of Portugal, and my responsibilities on board is customer service director. I oversee all the frontline customer service, plus the revenue, plus the finances on board, and vessel logistics.
Very good. And up next is Bernie.
Yes, my name is Bernie. I come to you from Chile in South America, and my responsibilities is all the scheduling of the entertainment on board, everything music related, shows related, dances, children areas, and activities on board for every passenger. That's all covered under entertainment department.
Very good. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Sean. I'm the Food and Beverage Director on board here at the Star Princess. I come from Dublin in Ireland, and my responsibilities encompass basically the entire food and beverage operation, from ordering all the food and beverage to when it arrives on your table, wherever it may be within the food and beverage areas.
Hello everyone, my name is Andrew Cadillac and I come from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and I have one of the funnest jobs on board, being the cruise director here. And my responsibilities include hosting the shows and mentoring the cruise staff team, which one day they can become a cruise director as well. So we have a family here on board of assistant cruise directors, and with myself and with our entertainment director Bernie, we schedule the events and host the shows, and we make sure that everybody's having fun.
Great. Now, this itinerary that we're on to the Mexican Riviera is a bit of a one-off. This ship actually sails long voyages to Hawaii. Is it 14 or 15 nights?
We do 15 nights.
15
nights
nights to Hawaii. So Miguel is going to tell us a little bit more about the itineraries that this ship sails.
Well, we are stationed out of in San Pedro in Los Angeles, and we do different cruises. We do coastal cruises and Hawaii cruises. This is a one-off into Mexico. With sunshine into the Pacific side down to the south in the Pacific, but we are stationed out of San Pedro, as I mentioned, and we go 15 nights to Hawaii. So we go to Hawaii, come back, do a little bit of coastal cruises. So we cover a little bit of the Pacific, and in April we'll be starting going to Alaska. We're actually this year going a little bit earlier to Alaska, so you can actually see what is Alaska in a bit of the winter time into the summertime.
Sounds wonderful. Do you think you get to see the glaciers at that time of year, or is it a little too frosty?
Even at the summertime, you still see. We'll actually go into Glacier Bay. You actually very, very close by, about a mile away from the glacier, so you'll see that beautiful carvings.
Wow, you're making me want to go on an Alaskan cruise. Sounds wonderful. Thank you for that. We're going to have Bernie and Andrew tell us a little bit about the difference between their roles. Now, they're both on the entertainment side of things, but the cruise industry has changed the way they handle entertainment over the last few years, and those responsibilities have been divided. So tell us the difference.
Well, this is a brand new structure of the entertainment department management, and it's been rolled out now to 6 cruise ships out of the entire fleet. It will be finished off the rollout by the end of next year, 2017, and then every cruise ship except for the Pacific Princess will have an entertainment director who does the scheduling of all the entertainment and does everything clerical, if you wish, for the entertainment, all the administration of it, and pretty much very behind the scenes, right? And he's the only person in the entire department that wears uniform. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then with this new structure, we have the ability now to cover both areas. We cover the customer service from behind the scene, contacting passengers on my side during the daytime if they have any requests, or else you have the cruise director now that has a lot of time to be on decks, just having a chat with people, engaging, and just ensuring that the product is delivered properly.
Interacting with the passengers.
Interacting with passengers. And not only with the passengers, the cruise director also has a role with the crew. So
Oh, okay.
the cruise director is now involved a bit more in depth with all the crew activities. So it's great to have pretty much the entertainment covered from all areas.
Very
But
helpful.
Andrew is going to tell you a little bit more of what he does and part of his description
Great.
on board.
Thank you very much. Well, the new role of the cruise director, basically, like Bernie was saying, there's more interaction involved. So it frees up a lot of time for the cruise director to be out and about, hosting the shows, maybe if it's a game show or a trivia, and then, of course, in the evening with the production shows and all the fantastic entertainment that's being on board. So Bernie is basically the agent, and I'm the talent that goes out.
I like it. I like it. That's great.
But to go back to, I'm glad you said responsibility, because I think I can speak for all of us. It's not really work, because if you do what you love for a living, you don't work a day in your life. And it's absolutely fantastic to be here on board.
That's wonderful. Thank you for the summary. I appreciate it. Sean, can you give us some dining highlights from Star Princess? What do we need to know?
Sure. Well, from a dining aspect, whether you are a new cruiser or you're familiar with the Princess operation, we have on board the Star Princess our various kind of dining options. So, for example, for dinner, if you want the traditional fixed dining, early seating, 5:30, or second sitting, 7:45, you may avail of that. However, if you're the kind that you're not sure what time you like to go to dinner and you don't want to be pinned down to a specific time, we have 2 dining rooms for anytime dining. In addition, if, for example, you've been out all day and you've had a beautiful, wonderful tour, shore excursion, and you come back and you're pretty exhausted and you're still in your board shorts, whatever, and you just want to go and have a casual meal, you can go upstairs to our Horizon Court, which we have a fantastic selection of food, which reconcile with the dinner options which are available that night in the dining room. So you're not missing out on anything. In actual fact, your dining experience is being enhanced. We also have our various outlets like our pizzeria and our hamburger. Then if you want a special treat, for example, whether it's a birthday, whether it's an anniversary, whether you want to impress your partner or a stranger or anybody, we have our beautiful alternative dining outlets. We have our Italian trattoria restaurant, Sabatini's, which has a fantastic array of Italian special dishes. And then we have our deluxe Crown Grill, where we have steaks to die for. It's fantastic. And obviously, if you or your partner is going to the Crown Grill and they don't particularly eat meat, we have fish options, etc. So
good to know.
we have options that encompasses for everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that summary. I saw the advertisement for the Crab Shack, and that has piqued my interest. You always think of crab as an Alaskan thing, but you can actually go to a special area. Is it on the aft of the Horizon Court there?
Correct. That's
Correct,
on
and
the aft.
have
That's
buckets of crab and all that good stuff?
Yeah, our secret highlight.
Oh, sounds wonderful. Thank you so much for giving us the highlights. Now, we're obviously a channel for cruisers that like tips and tricks about cruising. So my next question is, what tips and tricks do you all have for new cruisers, seasoned cruisers alike? Maybe we could start with Andrew. What can you offer?
Well, to go with the entertainment, it depends on the scheduling of the shows, but as a trick, I would say to try to plan your day accordingly. Especially, we all know that the food is fantastic, and a lot of people have different times that they like to dine. But if you'd like to see a show that you really want to see, come to the show a little bit earlier than the actual start time. And if you come to the early show, a lot of people like to come to that early show. Try to maybe come and plan it for the later show, because there'll be a few more seats available for those people that like to come to the later show. So that's a little tip for the shows here on board. And don't be afraid to come to the show. Some people come on board and they think, do we have to pay to go see the show? The shows are free. It's part of the package. So come and enjoy it. Enjoy the entertainment. It's absolutely fantastic, but get involved. Some people like to come cruising and maybe they just want to relax and get away from the daily hub. That's fine. But if you want to get involved, read the Princess Powder. That's another trick as well. A lot of people don't look at the Princess Powder, which is our daily program. Take a look at that, or our Princess at Sea application, which is new, and it's fantastic. It's got all the information about what's happening on board and the ports of call. So basically, my tip and trick is to get involved, and especially for the shows, come to the second show if you can.
Come to the second show. More seating, less stress.
Absolutely.
Okay, wonderful. Sounds good. Now I'd like to ask each of you what one thing we shouldn't miss on board Star Princess. Do you want to start, Andrew, since you have the mic?
Absolutely. Well, being in the entertainment and making sure that everybody's having fun, I have to say, with the collaboration now with award-winning composer Stephen Schwartz, we have a brand new show called Born to Dance. If you're ever on a ship that has Born to Dance, see it. It's fantastic. Not only that, but there's a lot of new shows coming out in the next 4 years with Princess Cruises. Some of the shows, they're not bad. They're just getting to the point where people have seen them a lot. So what we do is we base those shows from popularity. So little by little, the old shows are going to be going and the new shows will be coming in. And they are fantastic. From Magic to Do, from Bravo, Encore, and of course Born to Dance. These shows are absolutely fantastic, and our wonderful production cast do an outstanding job. They go to Los Angeles, they rehearse together for about a month, then they come on board and they do what we call as an install for about a month, month and a half, depending on how long they need. And then they can perform the product, which is the shows. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Sean, what shouldn't we miss?
Thank you. Well, I could incorporate, what you shouldn't miss from the dining, food and beverage aspect with a couple of little tips, tricks,
Great.
as you mentioned.
Wonderful.
What I would recommend to people, and not everybody does this, is to peruse in advance the itinerary and the scheduling, because a lot of people don't do that. So, for example, we have many overnights. Well, when I say many, we from time to time we have overnights, whether it be in San Francisco or wherever it may be. And, people may want to avail of that or go out and, have a dinner outside or have a stroll outside. And if they haven't pre-planned all this, last minute can get a little bit hectic.
Okay.
As well as that, from time to time we have tender operations, which can affect someone's planning for the day.
Right.
And in addition, we may have an early sale sometimes. So I would recommend that people peruse all the information available before you come on this sometimes once in a lifetime cruise.
Right.
From a food and beverage aspect, highlights, I would say everything. Try everything, because so many times I've heard, at the end of the cruise, we didn't know that was on. We didn't know this.
Okay.
If you're a coffee lover, we have great coffee packages. If you consume alcohol, we have alcohol packages. We have all kinds of things going on. So if you don't know about it, you can't avail of it. So that would be my recommendation.
Do your
and
research.
suggestion.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much, Sean. What do you think, Bernie? What shouldn't we miss?
I'm going to reiterate the reading the Princess patter, because that's how you don't get to miss anything, right? What shouldn't you miss? When you come on board, you not only get to enjoy what we offer as part of our activities, but a very important part of cruising is making new friends. The amount of people that meet on board a cruise and then take another cruise together or meet back on land, actually making friendships, creating friendships, is insane. So we take a lot of pride on saying, come to the get-togethers, come to the karaoke, for example, come to those events that in entertainment are to gather people that share the same likes, right? So if you share the same likes, why not meeting somebody else? And at the end of the day, you found a person, a partner, a brand new partner to go out on a shore excursion if you're traveling solo. Sometimes we have families, for example. So the two 20-year-old of the family are kind of, I don't want to go out with my parents. Maybe I want to go out with another 20-year-old, right? So my tip would be get involved in those events that are of your own like.
Excellent.
And same with the youth center, the fun zone. It is a great area for children to meet other children or people your age.
And
That would
use
be my
the patter
tip.
to find your areas of
Use
interest.
the patter, find your, and everywhere in the patter will tell you, from the food and beverage to the entertainment to the help desk. So the patter is absolute key.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Miguel, what shouldn't we miss?
In my part as customer service, what you shouldn't miss is before you come on board, I'm going to reiterate what Sean said. You need to plan ahead. Actually, what is the Princess product? There is a lot of passengers that receive their email when they came in, and actually it's called the cruise personalizer. The cruise personalizer is the tips and tricks that everything is there. It is the Princess product. And my tip for all the passengers on board is there's always something different on board that they haven't seen ashore. So try the Princess product and fully go around the vessel and see what is the customer service, because that's what we focus about. So we have to plan ahead with the cruise personalizer to see what product we deliver and try a little bit of everything so they can see the final product and what we give to the passengers.
So start with the cruise personalizer before you board. Read
Correct.
the pattern once you get on board,
Correct.
right? We have a theme here. I think you might have just inspired an entire episode on the cruise personalizer. We've
Exactly.
actually been talking about the value of that and how wonderful it is for people to be able to go online in advance and really, plug in their preferences and so much more. So thank you for
Exactly.
that. I think you've
Thank you.
inspired it. Before we get to our last question, I just want to commend all of you on being what I would actually say as culture builders on the ship. I have seen a staff and crew that are beautifully engaged and passengers that are happy and relaxed this entire voyage, and I'm incredibly impressed. And I know that that culture building really starts with the captain, but it's so evident that all of you play a huge part in that. And this is one of the most beautiful trips that we've ever been on, so fabulous job.
Thank you so much.
Last
Thank you
question
so much.
today. Thank you. Thank you so much. Give us one word to describe Princess. Miguel, go.
My word will be unique.
Unique. Bernie.
Easy question. My word is family.
My word is organized.
Ah.
I think everybody knows what I'm going to say. My word is fun.
I knew it. I knew it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you all so much again for sharing your valuable time with us. We know you're very busy, especially on this late in the cruise on a sea day, so we appreciate it. And cruisers, we hope that you've enjoyed this. We'll do it again for you all. And until next time, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, click me to subscribe.
Great job, guys. It's a wrap. Thank you so much. It was so rocky back here. So, okay. That was a weird thing.
Perfect rehearsal. You guys ready to do it?